everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lex and I am the owner of PlantLifeLex.com, which is my online houseplant store. In this video, I am going to be traveling to my wholesale greenhouse to pick up the next shipment of plants for my shop. I'll be giving you guys a brief tour of how the greenhouse is looking, what they have, and then at the end of this video, I will show you guys everything that I got. So in case you are new here, I do want to just explain briefly on how wholesale works. If you're not new here and you want to skip through that, that's totally fine. You can skip ahead and go right into the greenhouse tour and then go right into the haul at the end. So if you are new here, I do run my own plant store. I run it from my one-bedroom apartment, and in order for me to have plants on the website all the time, I have to be able to outsource them. Just like any company out here, most likely everything is being bought in wholesale. It's the same thing for plants. Wholesale greenhouses exist out here that are specific for business resale. The only one that I have in my area is 3 hours away. It's much cheaper for me to just drive there. The drive sucks, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's cheaper than me ordering wholesale from a wholesale greenhouse in Florida, paying over $1,000 for the minimum order, and then paying another $2,000 for a freight truck to deliver it to me. So yes, wholesale is a little bit cheaper per item, but for wholesale greenhouses, you have to be a business. You have to either spend a certain amount or buy a certain amount of units, or even some greenhouses make you order certain plants by pack. So you have to buy like 10 pink princesses at a time. You can't just buy one. This greenhouse, they allow you to go and pick it up, and you can buy as much as you want, as little as you want, whatever, as long as you go there to pick it out yourself. The drive is not fun at all. It's about 6 hours in total there and back, but something that makes me really happy is that I can hand pick every single plant on the shop for you guys. So I get that opportunity to be able to pick everything and see everything and pick out the biggest ones for you guys, everything like that. That's the perk of being able to drive there and pick it up. So in the next clips, you'll see the actual tour of the greenhouse. We drove up there yesterday on Friday. It was actually Black Friday. While you guys were doing your shopping, I was doing my shopping, but there was no discount or anything like that. Me and James went together. I drove there. We woke up at 3 a.m. We left around 3:45 and we got there around 6:40. So yeah, you can tell that it's a really long drive. And the reason that I'm filming this the next day is because we actually got back home around 11:15, and literally we just knocked out. We were so tired. It was such a long journey, and I have to do that trip every single month. So yeah. So you're also probably like, why do you leave so early in the morning? The reason is because number one, it is 3 hours away. Number two, you're gonna hit traffic regardless. The earlier the better. I did actually sit in traffic on the way there at around 5 in the morning for about a half an hour, like at a complete stop. So the longer you wait to go, the worse it's gonna be. The very first time we didn't really know that, and we were in traffic for about 6 hours coming home. So the trip in total ended up being probably about almost 10 hours. So it was awful. So now I'm just gonna show you guys the clips of the greenhouse, whatever I got. I'm sorry if it's rushed. I kind of have to do things really quickly in there because I only really have about an hour for myself to shop because I have to get back on the road. So I'm trying to get better at recording and shopping, but I am doing my best, and I hope that you guys can appreciate what I got. And then when that's done, I will come back here and I will show you guys everything that I got. Hey guys, it's about 6:30 and we just got here, so we're just gonna wait another 30 minutes until we can go inside. There was a little bit of traffic, but not too bad. We did make it here in about 2.5 hours, not too bad. Super excited to see what is inside and see if they have anything new, and can't wait to show you guys. time around I ended up getting a decent amount of plants. I didn't go too crazy because number one, I have to repot everything and it's a lot of work. I don't just flip the plants right away. I do repot them, I pest treat them, I take care of them before I list them because I want to make sure that they're good and that they have no problems. I'm not someone who wants to give you guys plants in really bad soil. That's just not something that I want to do. So I do repot all my plants in my soil-free mix and I just keep an eye on them for the next few days before I list them. So that's how that works. How I pick everything out is basically I just look for online what's trending. You guys can even message me and ask me for things. I'll try to get them. That's usually how I determine like what to get as well. I check all of my analytics to see what did well, what didn't do well, so I know what to get again and what not to get again. So it definitely is difficult as a plant store owner picking out inventory because you really just don't know what's going to sell and what's not. And one week something could be worth this amount of money and then a week later it can automatically just drop to something else. So I just have to use my judgment when I'm there if this is a good investment for the shop or if I'm going to even be able to make a profit off of it. Sometimes I don't even make a profit off of it because by the time it's listed online the price has already dropped. So yeah, it's a lot of thinking and trying to figure things out. I kind of just pick things that I think you guys would like and I just go from there. So I do have duplicates of a lot of the plants, so I'm only just going to show one off at a time. I'm not going to show you the duplicates. I'm not going to show you how many because it's just going to take too long. So the first thing we have are these Hoyas. I have been looking for this Hoya for a really long time and a lot of people were asking me for it. This is just the Sarawak. It's not the big dinner plate one. I don't even know where to find that plant, but I'll try. But this is a Sarawak and I did try to pick out the ones with the biggest leaves. The next ones that I got were these Ring of Fires. Usually their Ring of Fires are like little seedlings, but they have definitely grown a lot. So I tried to pick out the biggest ones and I tried to pick out the ones with the most variegation as well. So this next one I'm really excited for, but I'm also really disappointed because they only had one left and there was nothing bigger than this. We do have one little tiny Thai constellation monstera. It's super cute and I like that it is small because a lot of people like smaller plants nowadays and it's easier to afford a smaller plant than a really large one. So we do have one of these. I did pick up some philodendron mammii. We don't have any more on the shop, so I wanted to make sure that I brought some back. I also picked out this monstera. I tried to find the ones with the best color, but honestly they didn't really have that many, so I like this one because it's really long. So you're getting kind of a big plant. I always make sure that I get at least a billy or two. I actually wasn't going to get one, but as soon as I got there, the one on the shop sold. So I figured, okay, let me go ahead and get it. So we got a pretty decent sized one and we have another one as well. Here we have a Philodendron glorious. I got a couple of these. I tried to find ones with the biggest leaves. Since it is wholesale, they're all kind of growing at the same speed. So they're very, very similar in size. You don't really find one that's like giant. You'll find them all around the same size. So I try to pick out plants with the most leaves. I brought back a couple of these Monstera siltipicanas. These always sell really well. They're gorgeous plants, so I always make sure I get some of these. They did not have any Pothos Mandula, which I've been looking for ever since that first time that they had them. I haven't seen them since, so that's really unfortunate, but they did have a bunch of these Pothos Pearls and Jades, so I did get a couple of these. I know that they're not super rare or anything like that, but I do just like to have some common plants as well. I brought back some Jacquelines, and they had some big ones this time, so I made sure to get the ones with the biggest leaves, and they're looking really good. Everybody always loves the philodendron micans, so I always make sure that I grab a few of these. I try to get the biggest, bushiest ones that were there in these little 4-inch pots. They are just beautiful. I love this plant and I know you guys love them too. I did bring back the Alocasia cuprea as well. I know someone was asking me about these, so I made sure that I got some. I picked up some Syngonium confettis as well. They have really nice color, so I really wanted to make sure that I grabbed a couple of these with the nice pink leaves. I got a couple of these Syngoniums as well. These went really fast the last time I put them on the shop, so I made sure that I got them again. These are so cute that I think I might take a little piece for myself. So the next 3 plants that I'm going to show you are actually investment plants. I try to always invest in plants that obviously I like for myself, but plants that I know that I can chop and prop later down the line that are a little too hard to find all the time at the greenhouse. So I did pick up 3 plants that are going to go in my collection, and I'm going to grow them out and prop them so that I can keep some and that I can keep a rotation of them on the shop as well. The first one is this Monstera. This is a very highly variegated one, so it did cost me a pretty penny, I'm not gonna lie. But I know down the line it will be nice to be able to have some cuttings of this on the site for you guys. I love it. The color is gorgeous. This is a beautiful plant. So look out for these in the future. The next one is this Syngonium Aria. I've never seen this greenhouse have Arias before. I just knew that I had to get it so that I could grow it out a little bit more. I do have an Aria, but it's really little and it's not growing fast enough to chop and prop. This one actually has really nice color. Arias are a little tricky sometimes because they'll have nice color for a little bit and then sometimes they just go full green. So to find one that looks like this is really good. I'm going to get this one on a moss pole and then hopefully it'll grow really quickly and then I can get some cuttings of this as well. Now the last one is actually an anthurium. It is a hybrid and I have been looking for it for some time now. This greenhouse rarely has any rare anthuriums. They do work with a Florida greenhouse, so they have been getting some different things, but they're definitely expensive. So this one was really an investment for me. Look at this plant, you guys. It is massive and it has so many leaves, like it's crazy. The plan is I'm going to try to separate it into multiple plants, hopefully, because of the way that it's growing at the base, it looks like I can separate it. I don't know yet, we're gonna see. You can see the leaves are pretty big and they're just gorgeous. I did want this for a while for myself, so I did treat myself on this plant. I will say one thing is that this one was the best looking one out of the ones that they had. I really don't think that the greenhouse that I go to, I don't think that they have that much experience maybe with like these type of anthuriums. I don't know, I might be wrong, but they were looking like they were fighting for their lives over there. So this was the best looking one. So this is the soil that I was talking to you guys about. Like, I don't even know what the hell that is or what's going on there, but that's exactly why I repot the plants, because I'm not trying to give you guys soil that looks like this. That is so gross. So that concludes the haul of the new shipment for the site. Like I said, I'm going to repot everything, clean everything up, pest treat them, and then watch them for a few days before I list them for you guys. So if you guys are ever looking for something, I do this trip about once a month, so just feel free to send me a message on Instagram, leave a YouTube comment, whatever you want to do, just let me know. I did talk to them about Syngonium red spot tricolors. You guys are asking me nonstop. I talked to them about it. We know that they're at the Florida greenhouse, so they are going to look into it and try to get some for me specifically because I've been asking them about it. So I am in contact with them about that. I'm also trying to work out a deal with them for Monstera albos. I don't want you guys to get high hopes, but we are gonna see. Give me some time and I'll definitely try to get some more rare things on the shop for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the greenhouse tour, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.